I have a way of sharing with myself, which is how it all begins. And I'd like to think that it ends there. Conversation with yourself about one who isn't there. Sometime in 2010 in Pune, we had a gathering of large number of those who care for someone like Dilip Chitre gathered, and I was there. And I thought about saying something at that time, which is now crystallized into something. So I'll say that. It's a way of remembering Dilip Chitre. And then I'll read a poem. One of the ways we experience the absence of a swajan as well as the presence of the absence of that swajan. Either as if in the quiet space of reflective intimacy. This happens only when we withdraw into that quiet space of very intimate, which is reflective intimacy. Or the evocative and charged history of memory is to recognize as Dilip Chitre. You know, it has happened a couple of times. If I was wearing my red, people would end up coming to me here or there in different parts of the world actually. We would say, Namaskar Dilip ji, and I would say, no, I'm Prabodh, I'm not Dilip. I wonder if this is what it means to be a friend, to be recognized as him or her rather than yourself. Of course, a question of looking alike. So when you are missing a swajan, you're missing yourself. But this is little sentimental. There is another way of remembering Dilip. Some kind of ringing in the ear. You know, ringing in the ear. This is how one experiences poetry. And what is ringing? A voice. A voice that is affectionately in the mode of sambodhana. Sambodhana is a way of being addressed. You're being addressed. Dilip, as a poet, as a friend, as a painter, as a filmmaker, as an incompulsive alcoholic, as a memorable cook, and as a member of the family, was always in a mode of sambodhana. He was always addressing Mitra and Ananya and my neighbors and our watchmen, the rickshaws that he would take and the cities that he inhabited. Because that involved and forced on us a dhyan magnata. It forced on us a sense of attentiveness, which is not easy, you know. We are in a cluttered space of our lives, and here is a friend who appears to be about nothing, and then he's addressing you, and then he's making you feel very attentive. Partly because he's a poet, but partly because he's an extraordinary activist. Dilip always reminded the other, which is someone like us, that unless you take up the responsibility of being a citizen of this world, you're wasting your time. No amount of being clever, being smart, being intelligent was good enough. You had to take up the response. To respond is to take up the responsibility. That's what he would make you feel. In a manner of speaking, he made you feel very inadequate because of this ways by which he took on Bal Thackeray, ways by which he took on the whole of Maharashtra. In a manner of speaking. That doesn't mean he was as good as Shivaji, but he was good enough. Why? Because I think partly, and this is why Dilip and someone like Dilip makes you feel that it's so good to have in his contemporary. This is a two-liner from Tukaram. आपलाची विवाद आपलासाठी रात दिवस आम्हा युद्धाचा प्रसंग. A continuous confrontation with yourself because you are at war with yourself all the time. If Tukaram says that, then Purushottam's son Dilip also not only said it, but lived it. And Dilip is a way of remembering a lack of poetics in our own lives, in a manner of speaking. You know, we feel haunted by the idea that, have I evolved the poetics for my own self? Not writing poetry, which of course is a matter of gift, but being attentive to the question of the absence or the presence of poetics in your life. And Dilip provided that possibility. Dilip being a friend, but also being a fellow poet. He says, a man is fucked up by the nagging problem of meaning. Amazing. Being fucked up by the nagging. Nagging, you know, we know about nagging wives and nagging husbands and hopeless secretaries of cooperative housing societies. But this question of nagging problem of meaning, a line from his poem, and cannot rest because a voice that is haunted by the poet's task. This is what I'm referring to, a poem called The Poet's Task that Dilip has. Keeping that in mind, when Dilip had turned 70, I had written a poem in Gujarati. क्या છે ભાઈબંધ પૂછું છું જાગતો હોઉં છું ત્યારે અને તે સિવાય પણ એટલે કે રખડતા હોઈએ ત્યારે અને ખોવાઈ જતા હોઈએ ત્યારે અથવા તો છાતીમાં ડાબે ખૂણે દુખી આવે ત્યારે પિતાની મૃત્યુ પથારી પાસે બેઠા હોઈએ અને વડોદરાની વાત નીકળે ને બોલાઈ જવાય ગુજરાતીમાં ત્યારે પૂછી લેવાય છે ક્યાં છે ભાઈબંધ? Where is ભાઈબંધ? બાળપણનો ગોઠિયો. This poem had a preface from Sudama Charitra by Premanand, which says, you know, તને સાંભળે પછી બાળપણાની પ્રીત કહો કેમ વિસરે. Krishna and Sudama meets and they remind each other. Do you remember, Sarah, we used to sleep together, you know, and do those little funny things. Bible. The poem goes about Dilip turning into 70 and me asking myself, where is the friend? And I asked her when I'm awake, I asked her when I'm lost, I asked just like that. I asked it when I have severe pain left side of my chest. I asked it when I'm sitting at a dying father's bedside. And when I asked it when I think of Baroda, I asked it when I suddenly speak Gujarati, and I discover that I asked it when I wake up from a nightmare. That's Dilip Chitre. That's the poem in Gujarati, which I'm not reading out all of it. And I am with a poem that I wrote, and we didn't know he was going to die. That's okay. We didn't know he was going to die. So the title of the poem is Play It Again, Dilip. And then there are questions, a matter of survival, almost always an occasion for celebration. And then there is us, tentative, terrified, tactful, leaning on poet's transgressions, letting him depart, arrive, cross bridges, announce and resist, seeking solace, rejoicing. And then there is you, emerging from distant dawns, where it is never enough for your laughter, weaving staircases into skies, needing fresh dough for a dinner, mirroring lies as if they are stories, speaking simply, defiantly, walking into the other side, to heal, to sing, to remember. And then there is the world, always being yours to shape and break and name. You make it appear simple and cherishable in as many languages as faces in the streets. And and let it go while seeking debates with neighbors. And then there are questions, our being together here at this very moment. Let us continue to converse. That's Dilip Chitre, a friend, a poet, and so on.